Merry Grogmas, everybody.
There you
There we
go.
go. It didn't have the same appeal, though. Stupid technology.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas, everybody. Happy Hanukkah. Merry Kwanzaa. Happy.
Isn't there one that starts with an R?
I don't know. Don't they have like Merry Kwanzaa Hanukkah Miss or something like that? Don't they say?
No, it's Chrismas.
Chrismas. I've heard Chrismas. I never heard the other one before.
Happy holidays, the military tradition, so they don't offend everybody. Happy holidays.
No, we don't. I'm not doing it.
Yeah, we don't do that shit.
Merry Christmas.
It's not holiday break. It's Christmas break.
Yeah, it is also, I believe, like Hanukkah. I think it's like night 6 or something today.
If somebody who with a Jewish background walked up to me and I was like, "Oh, have a Merry Christmas," and they were like, "Oh, Happy Kwanzaa or Happy Hanukkah or whatever," I'm not gonna be butthurt because they said that. Like whatever.
I wouldn't be butthurt about it either.
Like I don't
like,
care.
Hey, right on. I don't care either. If somebody said Happy Hanukkah to me and I celebrate Christmas, I won't be offended either. I'd just be like, hey, right on, man.
Yeah, I'm not.
Shalom, brother.
But I hate when people. I do hate when people say Happy Holidays. That bothers me.
Is that what sets you off?
No, it doesn't set me off. But like, I'll keep it to myself till I get somewhere that I can say.
You know what pisses me off? The thing that pisses me off is when people say Merry Xmas or they put the X in front of.
Yep.
That's the thing that pisses me off. It's not
Xmas. Is it that hard to say Christ?
I know.
Come on.
I'm not a very religious man. Like for church and stuff like that. But still, it just seems wrong.
It's God's birthday. Let it go. It's actually not his birthday.
It actually, he was born in July or something like that.
But we celebrate it.
Right. Yeah.
But it doesn't have that appeal in July.
No.
Everybody's hot.
Could you imagine if it was actually in July? Like that was when Christmas was. Could you imagine that?
It would suck.
Yeah, before.
Move closer to your mic, Nick.
I'm trying to get relaxed in my chair right now.
I know, but it sounds like you're trying to swallow a huge one.
Well, maybe
so far away.
Okay.
Yeah. So, Merry Christmas, everybody. It's good time. I know Nick's got family back home. Everybody's back home. We got all our kids here, so it's going to be one of those nice things. That's what we're doing today too. Jen's family's in town, they're coming up to the house, and we're doing our family Christmas today. So that's why we're kind of recording early, because I got to start cooking a turkey and stuff here before too long. It's gonna take 4 hours in the oven.
You mind if I put?
Do you have an injector? Inject it with some butter.
I'm gonna get one when we go to Walmart here after we're done recording. That's another reason we're recording early. I gotta go to Walmart and get some shit.
I like the shape of your balls.
Thanks, buddy.
Do you mind if I put one in my mouth?
That's what I didn't understand about when I sent you that thing and you sent that SpongeBob gif. Yeah, he's sitting there I was like, what is he trying to say? Does he want to lick my asshole?
But right now, I was quoting Saturday Night Live when she sweaty balls.
Yeah, sweaty balls.
I like the way your balls smell.
Didn't they do another one?
Yeah, it was with Betty White, and it was it a cookie or brownie or something like that?
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, it was a muffin. It was a muffin. You mind if I put your muffin? Yeah, you mind if I put your muff in my mouth?
Yeah. So, in Christmas, I see you're very festive today.
I am very festive. It's a Christmas special. It's a Grogmas Christmas.
It's a
Grogmas.
Grogmas Christmas.
It's Grogmas.
Grogmas? Yes. Not
It's
taking
a
the Christ
grog.
out of, not taking the not taking Christ out of Christmas, but for our intensive purposes for the podcast, it is a Grogmas.
It's Grogmas.
Grogmas. A very merry
I see.
Grogmas to
I
everybody.
see you got a book in your hand there, Nick. What do you got?
We're gonna read. We're gonna read the story for the kids, the adult children. And it's the night before Christmas, narrated by the Grog Bowl. We have
Yeah.
we have a police officer and a fire department guy handy. Even a medical guy. Jason wears 2 hats.
Dude. I
I'm
think
just a
Kyle
sim-
wears 2 hats too. Aren't
He-
you like certified in certain things?
like EMT or
First aid CPR. That's it.
oh there you
First,
go.
that's first aid.
But
CPR. Which
combat
is pretty much all I have.
combat lifesaver from the Army.
Okay.
So I can give IVs. I can give the nasal geo airway things. I can.
Really?
If I had to now, I wouldn't even know. I'd probably kill somebody, so I don't touch it. We have all that
Eh.
stuff in our medical bags in the car, but I don't touch any of it.
All that
You'd
shit's
be
easy.
surprised. You'd be surprised how much of that shit comes back like right away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't think it would because I saw it and I was like, I know you gotta like tilt the head back and make sure you do a finger sweep before you go in, and then it just
Yeah,
goes right down.
I've responded to medical calls where we've had to put the nasal pharyngeal tube in, and it's just like I wouldn't even think I would remember how to do it because it's huge,
Hmm.
right? That's what she said,
Yeah.
and just nose to ear, and you're like, okay, a little bit up, bloop, right in.
Dude.
And it's not as bad at how like when you're first trying to do it, they put it on the dummy.
Yeah.
And you're trying to shove it down like a piece of rubber, a lube piece of rubber into another piece of rubber,
Hmm.
and it's kind of
That's
when you're
sticky.
using like the mucous membranes and stuff like that, it's just
So
right in.
when we did it in the Army, we had to do it on a dummy first, and then like I remember our drill sergeant showed us like on like 6 different privates that they actually volunteered and have it done. And I was like, I was standing in the back of the line trying to remain as low as possible. I didn't want that shit done to me. Screw that.
I'd probably choke on it, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
I have
I
a
think
very bad gag reflex.
Yeah, me too.
Like I can't even brush my teeth without going. Ah!
And most people, when you're doing that, they're unconscious. So,
Yeah.
like, it's not. I don't think you hardly ever do it to somebody who's conscious. And if they are conscious, they're in so much damn pain that that's the last thing they're thinking about is.
Yeah. Yeah, but you'd be surprised how much of that shit actually just like instantaneously comes back. You're like, oh fuck,
Hmm.
and you don't even think about it. It's just natural reaction.
Yeah,
So I think you'd be all right.
yeah, I probably would. Because I've relied on it multiple times in the past. Like me and Lauren were at the bar, some lady was going out on heat exhaustion. Like she was walking it. We were sitting out on the like the balcony area, and she just
Right.
starts walking. And next thing you know, I see her going over. I catch her. She falls right next to me, and I lay her down. I put her feet up, and I was like, and I pretty much just dumped a cup of water on her, and she was like. Like that cold water just like took it, and Lauren's sitting there eating. She just continues to eat, and I'm like,
But
am I doing this right? Should I, like, is there any? She's like, no, you're doing good. Just while she's shoving,
You're doing great.
Yeah, while she's shoving French fries.
Because his wife is an emergency room nurse, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So like she's probably like, we're good. She's not. There's no blood. There's no.
Yeah, no,
She's-
she was completely.
She's still breathing.
Yeah.
But we ended up having the ambulance come for this girl, and she elected not to go to the hospital just because I probably saved her life, and she was feeling so much better after the treatment that I gave her. So
Well, That's funny. You know, that's you have those people who call 911 because they think they're having the fucking crisis of their life,
Yeah.
Right.
and then the ambulance shows up and they're like, "No, I don't want to go." Oh, why'd the fuck did you call 911 then?
So a lot of times it's not the person that
No, like
like
a lot of the calls that we have, it's they called 911. We
oh yeah.
respond. The ambulance shows up and they're like, "No, I don't want to go."
So that
They were
happens
kind.
that happens to
They
us
kind of
all the
hope that
time.
because do your paramedics and shit like that give like narcs?
Yes, yeah, they do, yeah.
They do, and that's probably 9 times out of 10 what they're wanting is just the drug.
So a lot of times when people call, like they'll call for like a pain call, like oh I'm in so much pain. We don't even send an ALS unit out, which is advanced lifesaver.
Yeah,
They'll send a BLS unit out, which is basic lifesaver, and they don't hand it
and
like
they
there's
can't have narcs.
no
Yeah,
they
they
don't do
can't.
anything. So well I mean they do stuff, but like they don't have like they're
They
pretty
don't have the
much
drugs.
no they pretty much just transport you to the hospital, and then they
Yeah,
get there and
O2 transport.
they'll find out that they don't give the drugs out there, and then they're like, because they know the hospital won't give them to them either, because like
Yeah,
there's a lot of people up here that make that an issue, and like they go onto a list and they have to go through pain management, and I think that's nationwide. Pain management is a thing now because of all the drug overdoses and stuff that came from, or like the
so
opioid epidemic and stuff.
we respond to the police station quite a bit too with those people who know they're going to jail.
Jailitis.
So yeah, so they
Yeah.
start fucking like we had one time they're like he got pulled over for missing a court date over like a traffic violation, so they put out a bench warrant for him,
hmm
and all the cops were going to do was cite him and release him. You know, here's your new court date. You're and he just went into it and like act like he's passed out, and you know you do the sternum rub on him
hmm
and nothing. So you break out the little alcohol smelling salt, and you can tell he's holding his breath the whole fucking time we're doing it. You know, so the EMTs and the paramedics show up in the ambulance, and they're getting ready to bag this motherfucker, and they stick the thing down his, you know, it to suppress his tongue and start shoving this tube down his, or acting like they're going to shove this tube down, and miraculously the motherfucker wakes up.
So
And as soon
the best thing to do next time this happens, if this does happen to you again, you hold that smelling salt there until that motherfucker takes that
Can't
big
take
deep
it.
breath,
Yeah.
and he just goes, oh god,
yeah, yeah, well, so anyway, they're getting ready to shove this tube down his throat, and he miraculously wakes up. And then as soon as they put that fucker away, right back to it, you know, just
mm,
fucking. And they're like, okay, well, we'll take you to the well, but now you are going to jail,
yeah,
Yeah.
fucker.
it's pretty silly because if you're gonna make us do all that work to take you to the hospital and you waste all these resources, well, that court date that a new court date you were gonna get, now you'll just sit in prison until that court date over
Yeah,
a monetary fine.
yeah.
It's stupid.
And and the guy told them because they impounded his car and shit because it was on the highway. Because they cuffed him and put him in the car, and as soon as they pulled into the garage at the police station, he just so they call us, and he's fucking just playing the dick moves.
Yep,
It's
just
like motherfucker,
next time, just hold those smelling salts there.
just put it on his lip because he was cuffed.
Yeah,
Right.
Set
Yeah.
it right there.
Just rest it right here.
it's great. Well, no, because most people, especially the criminals that we deal with, their breath holding ability isn't all that great. So if you hold it there for 40 seconds or so, that's probably right when they're about to exhaust everything that they have, and just take
Yeah.
one big breath in, and it's downhill
Yeah,
from there.
you can tell too as soon as you put that shit under there, and they just stop. They start holding their breath. It's instantaneous. It's like,
They'll start getting red. Yep, no,
yep,
I've seen it all. 10 years of doing this, I've had people fake seizures, and like most people who have seizures don't have violent seizures. So like
Right.
like I would say it's a good 95% ratio to the people that have seizures don't convulse. They'll just like most people who have seizures will just stare off into an oblivion. You have no idea they're even having a seizure, until they come out of it and they're like, oh God, I just had a seizure. But
Yeah.
for the other 5% who do have the convulsions, like it is
They
just,
s-
it's literally like this. But like people who don't know those symptoms will literally just fall down on the ground and just start like they'll just start going
and that
crazy. And
and
it's
that fake foam at the mouth,
oh
where
yeah,
they're trying to
yep.
force spit out their mouth, and it's just
They're trying to get it out just to, yeah, no, it never,
yeah,
it's
fucking
always an exaggerated version of what they saw in a movie. And that's just not how,
yeah,
it's just not, and most people when they wake up from a violent seizure like that, when they do have a
are
seizure,
confused as fuck.
and they're very aggravated, those people love to fight. Like they'll just wake up out of their seizure and just start swinging. Where these people will be like, oh God, oh, I think I just had a
What
seizure.
happened?
I think I just had a
Yeah,
seizure. No shit.
what just happened? What
Yeah.
just happened?
Yeah, those
Yeah,
violent seizure
yeah,
people are very, very touchy because
yeah.
it's
Because they are legitimately like confused. Like, what the fuck?
yeah,
Where the
yeah,
fuck was I for the last 30 seconds?
yeah. But even sometimes that 30 seconds feels like 3 hours to them. They'll be like, "What
Yeah,
time is it? Where am I?" And most of the time those people but like I said, it's blatantly obvious. I've seen those seizures. I've one or two of them throughout my 10 years, and then I've seen a few other seizures where they're just like you show up on scene and they're because they get called for a seizure and then they're literally just unresponsive, but sitting there
they're like,
just
yeah, they're like catatonic
yeah.
almost.
Hmm.
Yeah. So,
So
my favorite thing about the like you saw Patch Adams.
yeah,
Mhm.
The,
yeah,
yeah, that dude that's catatonic. He's sitting there with his arm up, like in
Yeah.
the wheelchair, like
yeah.
that, and
It
he's
really
like,
is like
"Well,
that though.
Beanie has a question." Hey, Beanie, how do you check a hippo for hernia? He's right.
Yeah, no, jailitis is one of the funnier parts, but also the most aggravating parts of the job.
Yeah, 'cause you still have to treat him, which is the shitty thing.
Yeah,
Even though you
it's just funny to see what somebody is willing to do to themselves in order to,
avoid going to jail.
and they go to jail anyway.
I know,
Yeah, like
I
it's
know.
like yeah, we'll make sure that you're taken care of and that that you get a $7,000-8,000 hospital bill in the mail to go along with your
Yeah,
because we
and
don't
it's
like they
just
don't pay for that. Like I tell people all the time, like when we have accidents, like oh I don't want to go to the hospital. I was like, well why don't you have an ambulance come out here and just give you some more expert advice. Right now it's free. Like if you get somebody to come out and be like, well I think you should go. At least then like you have somebody who is trained to tell you to go to the hospital
Right.
that you should go, but and then they still won't go anyway, and then a day later they're still concussed and they go to the hospital. But it's
yeah, but at least you know, if they're going to the hospital, it's on their dime,
hmm
and I think that's a lot of it for us too. Is they come out and they fucking because they know that ambulance ride is 2 grand.
yeah, yep, yeah. I don't really particularly. I, I don't think that I don't think that should be that much money.
Yeah, it's like instantaneously if
Hmm.
they sit in that gurney and they close the doors, it's $2,000.
Yep, that's ridiculous.
Well, I mean, you're paying for the paramedic and you're paying for the EMT on board
Right.
and all
Hmm.
the services that they're. But I mean, there's a cost to everything,
Yeah,
and that
no,
sucks.
I know. I agree that you should be paying for the fuel, the paramedics' time, the resources that the paramedics use in the EMT, the driver. You should be paying for all that. But nowhere ever will that ever cost 2 grand. There is not a paramedic in the United States making enough money that bill suffices. And
Yeah,
same goes for the hospital too. I'm not just knocking, the billing of whatever the case may be, and especially with auto accidents and stuff like that. A lot of that stuff is paid for by insurance, so it doesn't really matter. But like, especially to the people who wait the next day and then they go into the hospital and then they pay for it, like that sucks to have.
Yep.
Like
yeah.
you go to the hospital,
But
like, and my health
so
insurance is great, so I only pay $15 for an ER visit, but for the people who don't have health insurance, that's just an $8,000
right, which
ride.
we're gonna have to. That's why the American uh, system of healthcare is fucked up anyways, just because it is what it is. But those people that don't have insurance, they just don't pay that bill, so it's got to come out of somebody's pocket.
Yep.
And it is, and like I said, the ambulance ride, $2,000 automatic. But as soon as you get to the ER, they stick a
IV
IV
in
port.
you. Yep.
Not even starting anything, just to draw blood, and if you need IVs, it's already there. And as soon as they do that, that's $300 right off the get go.
Yeah,
So
crazy.
you're already at $2,300. So let's say they order a basic CBC and a CEMP, which is a chemistry panel. So 2 blood tests, that's like an additional, I don't know, $150-$200 per test.
And the worst part about it is too, a lot of hospitals. A lot of hospitals around here. I know Geisinger, Lehigh Valley, like those guys like offer charity stuff to like offer to pay. So like if you apply for it, there's a good chance your whole entire hospital bill will be taken care of. But if you don't apply for those things, it's just that cost just goes on to the next person. And I don't think there's any good system that works
Well,
for
because
universal health care.
I know a lot of that shit too. It's you show up to the ER, they can't turn you away because you don't have insurance. They have
Oh
to
yeah,
fix you.
no, absolutely. And that's great too. But like I said, I don't think there is a good system for universal healthcare like Canada. They have a great healthcare system, but you're gonna wait if you need life-saving surgery. You're waiting up to 6 months for that life-saving surgery, and your taxes are 50% where currently we pay 20 some percent. Which is it worth giving up half your check to wait 6 months for a life-saving operation?
Absolutely not.
No. So like my mother-in-law and my wife, they all want to see some type of universal healthcare system, but it is not worth what you lose in your pay. Like I currently
Right.
have good health insurance, so and I pay for it, but at what cost to everybody else who doesn't give a shit about their life or doesn't make enough money to
Yep.
that? And I think if they were to just lower the cost and make hospital bills reasonable. Like obviously, if you're life flighted from somewhere, like that shit. If you are life flighted due to a circumstance outside of your reason, like you couldn't, like an auto accident that wasn't your fault, but you end up getting life flighted. A lot of times the insurance company will, but like so, say I got into an accident, and the
Yeah.
person who hit me has
Then doesn't have car insurance.
or even
Right.
just even basic liability insurance. Like they're gonna pay $10,000 towards my medical bills, and that's all I'm getting. And my life flight ride was 60 grand.
10,000. Well, yeah.
Dad,
At least to pull out of the hangar is 10,000.
yeah, Dad's hospital ride from Berwick to Geisinger was $55,000. Like that's nuts.
For,
55.
for what? 40 miles?
Yeah, not even.
40 miles. Yeah, not even 40 miles. $55,000. O2 transport.
Yep.
But you're never going to make anybody happy. And that's where Kyle's argument comes in. Like,
Yeah, you're never gonna make.
if people want all this excellent health care, a lot of people compare it to what the military gets, right? Or what veterans get. They get full coverage or whatever, right? I've heard a lot of people in the Senate or Congress say, let's just give everybody what the military gets. And that's unfair to veterans and everybody else that has earned it.
Oh
But
yeah.
but you either sacrifice, like Kyle said, you're going to sacrifice and lose money in your paycheck to where you can't afford to keep your lights on, or you're going to have really good health care like Canada and just not be able to, you know, get a heart transplant quick
Well,
enough.
they can have like a civilian sector, like a VA clinic.
Yeah, we
You
do.
know what I mean?
There's a bunch of clinics
Yeah,
that are
and you're gonna.
free, but you're gonna wait.
Yeah,
Because there's people who take priority over somebody with a running nose. People who do have, somebody, and that's another thing too. Like ins,
Self-diagnose. Fuck.
yeah, like
There's
insulin.
plenty of shit. Well, oh
This
yeah,
all
but
this
what I'm saying
bullshit,
is,
all this bullshit, like with them lowering the cost of insulin to $35. Um, that was a big thing that President Trump did. At the same On the same token, like you lower that cost, that cost gets forwarded to somebody else.
Yep.
Whether you like
Oh.
it or not.
What I'm saying is, like, it's on the people too. How many times have you gone to an emergency room where people are sitting in there for a common cold?
Yep.
Jesus Christ.
Yep.
Fucking treat your symptoms and stay home.
Yep.
Now, if you're sitting there because, hey, I'm having trouble breathing, you know, I can't catch my breath, you know, you're sitting there gasping for air. Yeah. You need to be there. But if you're sitting there because you have a fucking runny nose or a splinter in your finger, fuck you.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they wonder why they're sitting in the ER for 12 hours because you're not the priority.
Yep.
Stop being a pussy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's what it boils down to.
Yeah, we've had people call 911 because they stubbed their fucking toe.
Oh yeah. Oh
I mean,
yeah. Yeah. I've had last week. So like, but there are, I would say 80% of the calls are more legitimate than not, where an ambulance shows up. But a lot of times you do have like just a waste of services, and like, come on, get a hold of yourself. Like you're an adult now. Like, you know when you have a common cold, and when you're like people who have asthma know when they're having an asthma attack, and they know, like, people who have those consistent issues with their
did
bodies.
you just say people who know they have cunts?
Yeah, I did. But it's so true though. Like, people who have problems know they have problems, and they're not the people going. But it's the people who, have never. I don't know. I guess they were babied their whole lives. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, when I got a cold, I just hop up on Dayquil and NyQuil for a week.
Yeah. Yeah. Go get some Tussin. Take it for about 4 days. If you don't feel better, then go to the freaking ER.
No, go to the clinic. Go to the clinic.
Or urgent care. Yeah.
Urgent care more so than the ER.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you go to the ER when it's life, limb, or eyesight.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. And that should be up to them. That should be up to the hospital as well.
Yeah.
You know, I think it'd be smarter for them to develop policies. Is this life, limb, or eyesight?
Like, when you're checking in, that should be something to ask you: life, limb, or eyesight.
If you don't fall into that
then
category,
you go to urgent care.
Well, I'm having trouble breathing, whatever. Well, you're talking to me, so you're breathing. So,
right.
Go to urgent care, which is right across the street.
Well, so they do that, but I think what we were talking about earlier is
that they don't.
There's a duty to, for them. They're not allowed to turn you away. So, like,
right, but what I'm saying is they have a triage nurse, right?
Yeah,
so
yeah, they've been three or four.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. They've been triaged. Okay, you don't fall into those three categories: life, limb, or eyesight. The clinic right across the street will see you.
Yeah.
Yep.
But I don't think they can say that. I don't think they can say.
But they could if they make that
a policy
clinic. No, they make that clinic part of the hospital.
Hey, I'll be right back. I gotta get a refill.
All right. Yeah, I don't.
Hurry up! We gotta read The Night Before Christmas. Oh, fucker. How does he stop right in the middle of the podcast to go get a fucking drink?
Who does that? Like, who doesn't bring a bigger cup?
Yeah. Or, he does have a...
I have 3 drinks sitting next to me currently, just in case I run out of one. I have another.
I actually forgot mine on a counter next to the vacuum I was taking apart.
Well, if you want to go get it, now's the time, because...
No, I'm not gonna stop. The dick. Right in the middle of a recording. I think he probably did that because he's like, I have no idea what these fuckers are talking about.
Maybe. Maybe.
Oh, there he is. I think he just wanted to show off his sweater.
Maybe. That is a good sweater. I'll give him that.
It's a shirt. Yeah, but you see where the nipples are?
Yeah.
They're up at his, like, fucking...
Yeah.
Yeah.
The designers of this shirt are fucked up. Yeah. My real nips are right here, guys. Okay, it's not... I guess it's only like 3 inches off, but come on now.
Yeah, but Santa's got pecs. You got man tits.
That's true.
Yeah. So we were slamming you pretty hard.
Really?
Yeah, don't worry.
Is that why my ass hurts?
Yeah, don't worry about it. You'll see it when it's on YouTube.
Yeah, you'll see it when it's on YouTube.
What were you slamming me for? What?
Getting up in the middle of the podcast, right in the middle of recording, just to go get a cup of coffee.
Why you guys?
It's not, motherfucker. You are the worst.
Stop it, or I'll go get some food next. All right.
Oh, what? Your salad bowl?
Yeah, my fucking baby keg. Yeah. I needed a refilled coffee. What's the big deal?
Did you put cheddar? Did you put mac and cheese in it?
Hey, is that your office, Nick?
This is my office, yeah.
Yeah, so maybe now you get a Keurig for it, so we don't have to do this again.
Okay, yeah. I should have just brought my carafe in with my coffee. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
I could just carafe.
What's a carafe?
It's a little holder thing. You pour coffee in, it keeps it warm. You put a lid on it. Like you get an IHOP, they drop
the hot dog.
Yeah. But this one is just like a single spout thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
That is a good idea.
Or you just get a bigger fucking cup.
This is already a fucking 16-ounce cup. What do you want me to get?
That's not a 16-ounce cup. That's not a pounder of beer.
Stop it. It's a 14.
I don't think so. It was 16. Now it's 14. I bet it's 12. I bet that's a common household coffee cup, and that's 12 ounces.
No,
it's 10.
Stop it. Kind of like my dick. It's huge. All right.
You got a chode. If that's your dick, you got a chode.
Yeah.
Stop it. It may not be long, but the girth is there. All right.
It's 8 ounces now, and this is the same cup you get at IHOP.
I can't fucking win. All right.
Yeah. No, because you got up in the middle of a fucking podcast to go get coffee.
On the coffee maker, this is 8. This is about 10. This is 12. It falls between 12 and 14.
Yeah,
that's what she said.
The Keurig 12 ounce is not really 12 ounces.
Coffee ounces are different than normal ounces. I agree.
Yeah, so that's a 12-ounce cup.
You're
so disappointed. So disappointed.
Stop it. Are we gonna go or what?
I said we've been going. We felt like I said. Oh, Nick got up because he don't understand what we're talking about because
I'm just a simple engineer. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, he's a simple engineer.
A normal household coffee cup holds 240 to 350 milliliters, which is 8 to 12 U.S. fluid ounces.
Okay, I was going to say we're not in England, so tell me U.S. All right?
Yeah, no, that's just what pops up on Google when you Google normal.
Did you see that?
But this is not 12 ounce. Is what I'm saying. This is bigger than 12 ounce.
I don't think it is. I think it looks like a normal coffee cup.
It is not a normal coffee cup.
I'm looking at normal coffee cups on Google Images, and it looks like a normal coffee cup.
Okay,
did you see that Saturday Night Live sketch?
It's a little taller. I'll give you that.
Yeah, it is taller. Thank you.
It's just narrower, so it's actually 12 ounces.
Yeah, it's a mind fuck. Yeah, it's a mind fuck of a coffee cup.
It's the Coors Light can of beer.
The Coors Light.
You're drinking Coors Light coffee right now.
The point is, you got up in the middle of a podcast to go get coffee.
I was out of coffee, motherfuckers. What am I supposed to do?
Sorry to our listeners that Nick was just ignorant on the topic at hand that we were talking about and didn't care enough to listen in to what we were talking about. So now he just gave up and said, fuck it, I need more coffee because I don't know what they're talking about.
Instead of planning like Kyle, because that's what we were talking about.
Yeah.
Kyle had 3 beverages next to him.
Oh, yeah.
In case shit. You're not going to win, dude.
This is a 12-ounce can.
Starts it.
I better look fit in his cup.
Pull up. Put your fucking coffee cup up to your camera. Yep, they're the same size.
You're a fucking idiot. Start the podcast over. I'm not taking this abuse.
We're not starting over. We're 37 minutes into this fucker.
We need to have it to where if we're like, hey, start it over, and I'm like, we just toss the intro in there, and it starts it over repeatedly.
Let's listen to our viewers and let's see put in the comments what size you think Nick's coffee cup is.
Yeah, and put in the comments.
Stop it. Just to clarify, we're talking about the cup. All right, you're not going to guess.
And for the viewers on Spotify who can't see, it's 12 ounces. You could just type that in the comments.
Yeah, everybody. I'll put a poll in there. on Spotify. Nick's cup is A, 12 ounces, B, 12 ounces, C, 12 ounces.
D, all of the above.
Yeah. All of the above.
All right, you fuckers.
All right, 12. It was the night before Christmas, and Nick's cup was 12 ounces.
Not the coffee was brewing. Just Bush Light. My cup holder. All right, are we ready? I don't know what to say, guys. That was kind of. Shut up.
What's great at too is the cricket pops up on the screen.
Shut up. I don't care what you guys say. The fans are on my side.
Sure.
No.
I hold a strong holding within the fan base.
Do you drink your coffee black?
No.
Yeah, like you like your men? Yeah.
No, I was gonna pay you a compliment.
Yeah, I drink straight black coffee.
Yeah, me too. So do I.
All right, well, congratulations. I guess
Yeah.
we found something. We found common ground.
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you.
I don't drink coffee.
You're
an idiot.
Coffee? I don't drink coffee all that much, but when I do, I drink it black.
No, I used to, and I would drink it black. Like when I would go on the road when we were kids with Dad, I would drink it all the damn time.
Mm-hmm.
And even military working like those late shifts, I'd drink it black. But it's over the years, I just grew a taste that it wasn't. I just don't like it.
Carissa hates it. She hates the smell of coffee.
Oh, I love the smell of coffee.
Oh yeah, me too. I love the smell of coffee. It's just to me, it's a little bitter, and I don't want to curl it up by adding.
I think you're drinking the wrong coffee. You should get some like Black Rifle or some of that Cole Hauser coffee brand he's got down there in San Angelo. Yeah.
I'd be willing to try it, but still, coffee in itself is pretty bitter by itself. So
Then throw some creamer in it.
no, I don't want to grill it up.
Me and Lauren go to Starbucks, and well, I don't go to Starbucks. I hate Starbucks, and because they don't support law enforcement. But Lauren will go, and when she's with me, we'll go through the drive-through, and I make her text me her order.
Yep.
Because it is just the most complicated.
You have her record. Did you see those things like on TikTok? The husbands record
They
their
just hold their
wife
phone up
saying-
there. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good idea, actually. That is
Yeah.
a very good, because it is just a complicated mess. Cold foam, caramel swirl, fucking venti bullshit.
Light calf with oat milk. Yeah.
Yeah,
Something like
stupid. Yeah.
Grande
Ridiculous.
means large. Large means large. Venti is the only one that doesn't make sense. Now you're stupid in 3 languages.
Who's that? Paul Rudd.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Anyway, we're getting off the subject here. We kind of derailed off Grogmas. So,
Yes.
Nick, the night before Christmas, take it away.
All right, you fuckers better help me out. Whenever you want to jump in here, feel free.
I don't have the book.
I don't know this sword.
Well, as I read a paragraph or two, if something pops in your mind that you want to toss in there numerically, that's what you do. And yes,
That's
numerically
what I
is
thought.
a word.
What's the book?
All right,
What's the book?
dude, it's
What's
the night before Christmas.
Oh, I thought you said there was like an adult. I thought it was an adult version of the night
Okay.
before Christmas. Okay, you don't got to get upset. I'm
not.
said it. You said it. You got.
How many?
You got short.
How many kids you think actually listen to our podcast?
None. That's why I thought the adult version was coming out.
You can't say none.
Oh no, I don't.
I bet
think it's- I
D-Man.
don't think it's
I bet
zero.
D-Man listens to it. Shout out D-Man.
How many third
Oh, no
graders do you think
way.
are going to sit down on Christmas morning and say, "Hey, Mom and Dad, guess what? It's Christmas, and the Grog Bowl just put out a podcast."
I bet we got 2.
Okay. Are
At
they
least
hiding?
one.
Are they hiding in your van?
I don't know a van.
All right. Well. All right. We got off topic there. Sorry.
All right, I pulled that book up
What's the name?
so I could follow along.
The Night Before Christmas, as read by the Grog Bowl.
What's the night before Christmas?
'Twas the night before Grogmas, when all
Grogmas.
through the house, not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care and hopes.
Jeff Dunham says it best right there with Peanut.
I've never
When
seen the
he's
Jeff Dunham one.
Oh, he's talking about this part right here.
Yeah.
He's like, House, what about the kids that have an apartment? What about those kids? And he's like, and then he starts talking about like how gross of a thing that was back in the day. Like, because you used to use your old socks. Like, you used to use a sock.
Yeah.
And you probably think back in like the 1800s, 1900s, when like washing machines and shit weren't a thing. You had to take a dirty ass sock and fucking hang it up to get treats in that motherfucker.
That's how you get. That's how you get foot and mouth.
Yeah.
Literally.
Foot and mouth disease.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, look, I got a fucking growth here. Oh, you got athlete's foot on your face.
It popped up around Christmas time.
Imagine how crusty that gets too. Like you remember, like when you come back from like a hard day of training, you take your socks off, you throw them in the hamper, you go to put them in the wash the next day, and they're as stiff as a board.
It's only military socks that's what my only experience, right? But
and you remember you had to wear both pair.
Right.
Oh,
yeah.
Because you had a wool pair, and then you had the pair, like your dress socks that went over those.
Ugh.
Oh, God, that was the worst.
I hated I never wore my dress socks. Ever.
So think about that as you're stuffing your kids' stockings this year.
Yeah.
Crusty, nasty. Have a banana, son.
I'm pulling Lauren's stocking down. I'm just gonna hang.
You should.
One of my dirty ass socks.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Anyway,
the children were nestled all snug in their beds, while visions of sugar plums danced in their heads.
Ugh.
What if the kids are poor? What if they don't have a bed? What if it's like Charlie and Chocolate Factory? Right? 4 grandparents shared a bed.
Oh my God. So here's my question. Okay, they have these retirement communities in Florida where they have the what are they called? Shower loofah things, and it says what they're into sexually, and like STDs are running rampant. Just think how many STDs are in that bed with their grandparents, because they're sitting there fucking finger banging each other.
You think any of the old guys ask for Viagra in those places?
Oh, I'm sure.
Oh, I'm sure.
I think so.
They have to, yeah.
Yeah, Blue Chew on the fucking regular.
Yeah.
Blue Chew.
Like they just had, like it's probably like in the candy dispensers. You put a quarter in, you twist it, you get a Blue Chew.
Yeah, it's like what's that? Road Trip? With, yeah. Old Grandpa stands up and he's got a fucking heart on and he's like, "Damn Viagra, got my heart racing." And he turns around and he knocks over that angel on the fucking counter. Yeah. Yep.
Sweetheart.
Yep, so there you go.
Ya boner.
What the hell do you want me to do with it?
Devil woman.
And
nestled in their beds. This is kind of a depressing story. Like if you're broke as a kid,
right?
I mean, we didn't grow up the wealthiest kids. Mom and dad, my parents struggled, just like most middle class families do. And if you're broke, maybe visions of sugar plums. Maybe they're dreaming of a fucking steak dinner.
Yeah, of a decent lunch or something, right?
Yeah.
Just a loaf of bread, sir.
Tip.
And Mama in her kerchief, and I in my cap.
Mom's in lingerie while she's getting blasted by the fucking not a creature stirring. I disagree. Mr. Jones down the street.
What if they're one of those families that does pajamas the night before and dad just gave mama some sexy lingerie, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And statistically speaking, mom and dad are not even in the same house.
That's true. Maybe it's nowadays it could be separate, like 2 households.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
The pool boy's in there having fun with mom.
Yeah, maybe mom's in there getting gangbanged by a couple,
Yeah,
Amazon
she's got her feet.
Driver.
That's right.
Yeah, she's in that sex swing, and that's the only thing that's scurrying. He's there, fucking rocking that thing.
Yeah. Dropping off a package.
Yep.
Had just settled down for a long winter's nap. Why are you taking okay, I've never understood that.
Winter.
A long
What
winter.
are they fucking bears?
It's one fucking night. I don't get it.
Yeah. What are they, bears? They're hibernating all winter. So is that the premise of this story? Mom's a fat cow.
Cows don't hibernate.
I understand that, but I'm just saying she's a hog beast that can't get out of bed.
Maybe.
But she's only. she's only.
Look at the size of her head. I mean,
She's stuck. She's like, I can't get up.
What I don't.
it's like
I'm getting lost here. And Mama in her kerchief. So like.
What's a kerchief?
Well, I think it's like a handkerchief. So
No, it's like one of those nighty things.
Oh, a long nightgown.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
All right.
So she's she's not looking the best, but the pool boy doesn't care because he's all up in that shit eating the roast
Right.
beef sandwich.
That's right.
He's just like, so the kids can't see.
Yeah.
What if
just listen? At the end of the day, he's just happy that she brought the horseradish along with the roast beef sandwich.
right?
Did you see How I Met Your Mother? That episode where Marshall's wearing one of those old timey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's a kerchief.
Okay.
So like going back to Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory when Grandpa's wearing one of those.
Yeah, right. But see, it says, what's it say right there? Mama's in her kerchief and I'm in my cap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's all he's wearing.
So Dad's naked?
He just wear a hat. He's like, woo, I gotta cover up my bald head.
Yeah. He's like, I'm a little chilly. Gotta put a hat on.
Yeah.
How hasn't this story been cancel cultured yet? Because this is just an incest fucking mess of a story.
Oh my god. All right. Anyway, continue.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Anyway, side topic here. So a long time ago, me and Chris were dating. Like we would go look at lingerie, right? Have you ever gone lingerie shopping with your wives when you were like younger?
No.
Okay. So I used to steal a line from a comedian. It was, a girl looking at like some lingerie. She'd be like, "Hey, how's this look? Does it look sexy?" And you just take it, you hold it up to her.
Try it on.
You hold it up to her, and then you just drop it on the carpet, and you say, "Yep, looks good," because that's where it's going to end up. I don't know anybody that ever buys lingerie and lasts the night with it.
No.
It's kind of a waste of money. Talk about a waste of money.
Like I imagine there's celebrities out there that go out and buy like those silk sexy nightgowns and they probably sleep in them, but to the everyday of average American, it doesn't last but 5 minutes.
No, exactly.
If that.
All right. Anyway.
When out on the lawn there arose such a clatter.
Yeah, we know what that is. That's that ladder. I saw Santa Claus.
Right.
That's a clatter company.
That's the Amazon delivery guy.
Don't sue us, Disney.
I sprang from my bed to see what was the matter.
See, he was already awake. That's why he was naked.
Yeah. Away to the window, I flew like a flash, tore open the shutters, and threw up the sash. Sorry, stash.
Which is just he threw up his stash. He's like, whoa!
I'm unrecognizable with my mustache.
Mr. Gordon, where'd you go?
Which one of these holes do you sniff out of?
The moon on the breast of a new fallen snow.
Ooh, on the breast. It's a female snow.
Yes.
Yeah, and it's already wet. Giggity.
Yeah. Gave
Shout out
luster,
Family Guy, Seth MacFarlane.
Gave luster of midday to objects below, when what to my wandering eyes should appear?
A fat ass.
A fat ass slut.
Here's my question. Okay? He's out on the lawn.
Right.
How's he going up the fucking... Why would he land on the lawn to get a ladder out to go down the chimney?
Maybe there's no chimney.
Yeah, maybe they don't have a roof.
You saw Santa Claus.
Yeah.
It's magic.
Yeah, but wasn't it?
You have a toilet vent.
Was it the Polar Express? Was it the Polar Express that did this? That explained it? That he goes through? That he just goes through right through the front door? If they don't, or maybe it
Or
was Santa
keyhole.
Claus. Yeah, keyhole or something. Yeah.
Keyhole,
That's
yeah.
like that's breaking and entering, isn't it, Kyle?
Yeah.
Is it though? Is it breaking and entering if you intend to give when you enter the house?
Is it breaking and entering when you don't break, you just enter?
Ooh.
Is it rape if you yell surprise?
Maybe.
Surprise! Surprise! Yeah, that's fucking.
I didn't even finish the long sentence. But a miniature sleigh and 8 tiny reindeer, that's a fat ass.
So
With the little... Okay.
And why is this the only story that depicts Santa's reindeer and the sleigh to be miniature?
Yeah, that's true.
Like, and how's it miniature?
How are they hauling fat ass around if if 8 reindeer alone weigh just as much as Santa?
And let's talk about that. Fucking baby reindeer. God, what a dick.
Yeah.
That's a Chinese child slavery.
You know he's just beating the fuck out of those reindeer, too.
Yeah, he is.
Like, he's just whipping the shit. Let's go, fuckers!
Yeah, look. He's whipping the he's got, like...
Oh, yeah.
He's throwing his hands. He's doing this, right?
Yeah.
Like,
he's Seabiscuiting the shit out of it.
Oh, yeah. Little fucking jockey.
Yeah. All right, anyway. We should have started this a lot sooner.
With
this
the little
more fun.
With the little old driver so lively and quick, I knew in a moment it must be Saint Nick.
Oh yeah, you just happen to know it was Saint Nick.
Yeah, not some
Holy
fucking burglar. Not some. Yeah. More rapid than eagles, his coursers they came, and he whistled and shouted and called them by name.
He came and called them by name. Fuck you, Donner.
Little bestiality. It's a sequel to last week's conversation. Anyway, I'm going to crumb. Dude, might I say that, that was the most pornographic gingerbreading I've ever seen in my life.
I know, it's funny, wasn't it? and it all depicted group sex, too.
Yeah.
It was gingerbread bukkake, for those who were wondering.
Yes, absolutely. Now Dasher, now Dancer, now Prancer and Vixen. On Comet, on Cupid, on Donner and Blitzen. On the Blitz.
It all. That's a long shot, I think. Santa's got it.
Santa backshotted all the reindeer. To the top of the porch, to the top of the wall. That's Spunk.
He came on every one of us all.
That Spunk is getting everywhere.
God damn.
And not only did he come...
It's like that scene from fucking, what was it, Scary Movie? When she's riding him and he shoots up to the ceiling.
Oh, yeah. And she's plastered up against the ceiling.
Yeah.
Okay, so not only did he spunk everywhere, now dash away all. So he came and he hit it and quit it.
Oh yeah, he just dined and dashed.
So my question is, he knows old boy's in there naked with underneath Mama's kerchief.
Yeah,
because he only has a hat on. So maybe the dude with the hat's just a rubber.
You think?
He's going in for a 3-way.
You think Dad's more of a cuckold than actual good father?
Do you get put on the naughty list if you're under your mom's kerchief?
Yeah, and he's like this. He's like, "Hey, Mama, you piece of white bread. I'm a piece of white bread. Put Daddy in the middle."
It's dry leaves that before the wild hurricane fly, when they meet with an obstacle mount to the sky. So up to the housetop the coursers they flew, with sleighful toys and St. Nicholas too.
Oh yeah, he got a basket full of dildos or something in there.
Okay, so I want to break in here. This is like the African American national anthem. I've never heard this part of the story before. Just like no one has ever heard the second verse of that fucking song.
So he already stopped on the lawn and now he's on the roof.
Yeah, he teleported.
No, he's up there with the sleigh.
The sleigh was on the ground. It said it earlier in the story's contradicting itself.
I know it's contradicted, but the picture depicts the reindeer in the sleigh up on the roof, right?
Yeah, right here. Yep.
Motherfuckers, they're liars.
But the picture before shows it on the lawn. When he shows up.
Yeah. Oh, flying, right?
I thought it depicted him. Go. No?
No, it doesn't. That's they're flying through the sky still.
All right.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
All right. So now he's on the roof, getting ready to magically enter the master bedroom.
Yeah, the fat fuck is evaluating how I get in that small hole.
He's thinking the same thing when he gets down the chimney too. Sitting there staring at Mama in her fucking kerchief. Oh,
That's right.
How do
He's
I?
like,
How do I get in there?
He's like, I haven't seen this fucker in 3,500 years.
do you think that that instead of KY or something like that, you think Santa uses icing?
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
100%.
Not good icing though. He's using elf icing.
Oh,
Like it's just confectionate sugar and water.
yeah, that's so crystallized. That's horrible.
Yeah. It's hard as a rock if you don't use it.
All right. Anyway, moving on.
Hold on, coffee break. Gotta hydrate. Got a little bit on my beard.
We should have started this earlier.
And then, in a twinkling, I heard on the roof the prancing and pawing of each little hoof.
Ooh.
He was
Santa's
dressed
behind them.
He is
with a
behind.
strap on and a fist. He's making sure Rudolph's ass would not be missed.
As I drew my head and was turning around, down the chimney St. Nicholas came with a bound.
Ooh, he came. Came already.
This dude,
he's only down the chimney. He hasn't even gotten to Mom yet.
He doesn't need a rest period.
That's because Daddy's ass is in the air. He's fucking.
Yeah, he's premature. He premature ejaculating all over the chimney.
we already established it. Daddy's under the kerchief with just a hat on.
Yeah,
munching.
Wait, I thought I don't think it's Daddy. Oh,
it's the pool boy.
Yeah,
it's a pool boy.
No, right. Yeah, it's pool boy. Yeah, Amazon.
Pool boy, Amazon. Yeah.
Yeah, the Amazon truck
wherever
driver.
your imagination takes it.
Yeah. Okay, continuing.
He was dressed all in fur from his head to his foot, and his
he's
clothes.
A furry.
He's a furry.
Yeah, he killed some reindeer.
Santa's got a tail and some ears now.
He's got some trophies. He's wearing them like a Viking lord.
Yeah, he's got Santa's a furry. That's funny.
And his clothes were all tarnished with ashes and soot. A bundle of toys as he flung on his back. He had flung on his back, sorry. And he looked like a peddler just opening his pack. Ooh.
Cool. So he looks like a homeless dude.
So, what I want to know.
And the other guys? The car?
Oh, yeah.
What I want to know is who's watching Santa? Who's watching Santa right now? Because the pool boy's still standing out the window fucking doing the Hitler. Like, where'd that fucker go?
Who's watching Santa do all this right now?
Yeah,
is it Dad?
It's in this the story is written. The father is the one that's watching.
It's Dad. Dad's standing there in just a cap. He's like getting himself ready, man. He's fluffing himself.
He's in the corner of the room watching the pool boy go down on Mama, and he's just sitting there rubbing one out.
Yeah,
that's right.
Voyeurism.
It's about to be a foursome. Yeah.
But what is the name of that car from the other guys? It's a
the Prius?
The Prius. Yeah, what do they call it?
The Dirty Mike and the Boys.
The Dirty Mike and the Boys.
We will have sex in your car. We will.
Dirty Mike and the Boys. All right. Anyway.
Okay. So here's Pops coming down the stairs. He sees Santa. Santa looks happy, right? He's like, "Oh my god!"
Not done yet. There it is.
Okay,
I
till
got
we're
the
almost
first
done.
text.
Till we're almost done.
All right.
His eyes, how they twinkled. His dimples, how merry. His cheeks were
Jesus.
like roses. His nose like a cherry.
Ooh.
His
She's bleeding.
ew. Ew.
You blew her out.
His droll little mouth was drawn up like a bow, and his beard of his chin was white as snow. Look, he's prepping himself.
Yep, she creamed on his face.
He had a broad face and a round little belly that shook when he laughed.
When he laughed like a bowl full of jelly.
There you go. He was chubby and plump, a right jolly old elf, and I laughed when I saw him in spite of myself. Oh.
He just started stripping down. He's like, "Fuck yeah!"
Let's
A
do it,
wink of-
Santa.
A wink of his eye and a twist of his head soon gave me to know I had nothing to dread.
Oh yeah, he wasn't scared.
He went like this. He's like, "Yeah, buddy."
It's
like that?
welcoming. It's a welcoming.
He gave him the wink. He's like, "It's that time, buddy."
He spoke not a word, but went straight to his work and filled all the stockings, then turned with a jerk.
Yeah, he filled the stockings all right. Yeah.
He
Yeah.
filled
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh,
Yeah.
this sturdy is dirty.
and laying his finger aside his nose,
He took a shot of cocaine that went right up the
Right up his mouth.
and giving a nod up the chimney he rose.
Oh shit.
He sprang to his sleigh, to his team gave a whistle, and away they flew like a down of a thistle. But I heard him exclaim, ere as he drove out of sight, "Merry Christmas to all, and to all good night."
So he literally hit it, quit it, and was like, "See ya, bitch."
Right. He's off to the next one. He's off to the next soccer mom.
God, that is funny.
I don't know how
Yep.
you could get all that done in one night. That's a lot of fucking.
Yeah. Yeah. He's fucking reindeer and having foursomes at the people's houses.
So
God, that is funny.
So in conclusion, I guess we could say incest, bestiality,
Mm-hmm. A lot of spunking, a lot of coming everywhere.
A lot of lust.
yeah, and
It's not very Christian-like.
an orgy. Because I feel like after a threesome, it becomes an orgy. When Dad gets involved with the Amazon delivery guy,
Right. Yeah.
He's sitting in the corner,
yeah,
jerking it and giving
Yeah.
Santa the old wink. It's
Yeah.
time to go in there and hit that stink.
yep. And you know, like this was written.
Oh
What
shit!
is there a date on that?
Oh man, the original one came out.
Oh, hang on.
probably-
On the thing, I'm here.
Yeah, you should be able to find it before I do.
History.
Yes, in the 1800s.
1850. Or no,
Yeah.
he later served as literature and language professor at the seminary from 1821 to 1850. So the book was written on July 15th, 1779.
Dude, that's my birthday.
Damn.
July 15th,
July 15th.
1779.
1779, 3 years after freedom.
That's what I'm famous for. I share a birthday with the same as this novel.
Orgy Christmas. That's what they should rename it. Twas the Orgy Christmas.
Twas the night before orgy and all through the house.
Oh shit. That's funny. I didn't realize how dirty that book was. So I hope you enjoyed Twas the Night Before Grogmas.
Night before Grogmas. See, I only said Grogmas at the beginning. I got so caught up in reading it, I didn't replace Christmas at all. I hate that.
That's all right.
That's
Merry Grogmas.
Could have happened to any one of us.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
That was funny.
Guys.
That was a good. That was good. We should have started
Hey.
that sooner.
We should have. I gotta leave and get more coffee. You guys keep going. I'm just kidding.
No, that's all right. We got to end it anyway. I'm getting in trouble.
Yeah, you're getting yelled at.
Yeah, I am. All right. So anyway, Merry Christmas, everybody. I'm Jason.
I'm Nick.
I'm Kyle.
Grog out.